Hi Shruti, welcome to the show. Hello everyone, meet Shruti Jain. Shruti is very passionate about blockchain and she is a young rising star in this space. Shruti is passionate about blockchain decentralization. She loves talking about NFTs and Web3, and she has worked with several startups into these spaces. So Shruti, we would like to know from you on how did your passion for blockchain started?
Awesome. Thank you, Cheryl. So, first
Pleasure.
of all, I would like to start my introduction, like how I got introduced to blockchain. And it was around in 2019 when I was actually going through some websites that were serving some courses or like elaborating about AI and machine learning because it's always been a boom. And yeah, it's definitely a very great space to go into. So I was exploring that, and it was actually before I got into my college. And I just came across the word blockchain and just out of curiosity, because like between school and college, you're just you have a lot of time to explore things. So I just looked it up out of curiosity on internet, and I just like read about it. It fascinated me at first as a technology, and I started just like doing some research about it, like what's it about and how it can be applied in different industries of the space. And yeah, soon I just found myself hooked with the courses for blockchain, and I am a programming geek. So I started developing applications, and yeah, it was around 2021 when I landed my first internship. It was rather for the sake of university, but yeah, I enjoyed working with a US based startup that was Token Music. And yeah, I just started my journey from there. And
Interesting.
yeah,
Yeah,
yet it has been a awesome journey.
lovely. So you have come across blockchain in 2019, and then you have landed your first internship in 2021. So in these 2 years, Shruti, right? So how did you get yourself up to speed with it's you have mentioned that you have taken some courses, or what helped you with getting up to speed with blockchain coming from the AI background? So did your AI skill set that you have learned in the college, in your courses, did it help you transition into the blockchain space? Or yeah, I'm just curious to
Yeah.
know that how does the transition works for the young kids like you these days? Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, actually, I was learning about a branch of AI that is machine learning, and I started some courses about it. And it's actually a really great branch to go into, and it's fun creating different models and recommendation systems. But on like, I'll be totally honest with you, I didn't have a single motivation for blockchain at that time, and it was just shot in the dark. And I just pursued it because it was interesting to me, and I just thought like it was just my first and second year of my college, so it won't hurt to like explore a new technology or going with that. But frankly, I did quit blockchain in between for around 4 6 months, I guess. And because yeah, I was like, because at that time, at least where I used to put up, so there no one was talking about blockchain. And and even if I asked about blockchain, or my teachers, or anyone around me, my classmates or my seniors, and they were like, what is blockchain? We don't know anything about it.
Right.
So I also got demotivated because yeah, I didn't know like where it would take me or something like that. But soon, like, honestly, no time, I just like started hearing about blockchain everywhere. And it was actually a shock to me, because it grew so rapidly that I was hearing like it from every second person that I met. And yeah, and then I started it again. And I just like, yeah, I remembered some programming skills with blockchain. And yeah, it just helped me got into my internship. Yeah.
Yeah, so now we are in the early stage of this conversation. So, to our listeners, I wanted to share this thing that when I came across your profile, and that you are living in Ghaziabad, where I come from. So our listeners,
Yeah.
Shruti and I, we come from the same city and the same town, just where we are almost like, say, a kilometer away. Our house is probably maybe a
Definitely.
few kilometers away. And as Shruti mentioned that in that community, our community, you don't usually see people talking a lot about tech. So when I came across Shruti's profile, I was amazed. I was flabbergasted that, wow, a girl from my town is working on blockchain. She have had this much of experience. She's contributing there from the educational side as well. If you look at Shruti's Medium and other social platforms, you will see how much she's contributing to this space, and her enthusiasm and passion to grow and develop into this space is mind blowing. It's phenomenal. So that's why I said that she's a rising star. And the way, Shruti, you have put efforts towards your growth into, and to get, you have that clarity. You have uh, worked towards receiving that, getting that clarity that this is the this is the area, this is a field I want to pursue my career in. And very few youth of maybe probably in their teens might have that clarity. So we'll come back to that at a later stage as well, because we need to
Sure.
touch base on that, seeing you as an example that how other youths of your age or in their teen can develop that clarity on where they want to go. And there are several opportunities in tech, and I'm sure you can help a lot of yeah, folks around you to give them direction. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
it would be my
So
pleasure. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. So let's talk about token music. That was your first project in 2021. So getting into it, token music. That was your first project in 2021. So getting into it, token music as an organization. So first of all, I would like to know what the token music's use case was, and what was your contribution, and the challenges that you have experienced in your first role.
Sure.
How did you overcome that? Okay, cool. Yeah.
It was yeah, it was a really cool startup led by a really cool founder,
Hmm.
and it was like it was about a music NFT marketplace. So it allows music creators to create their NFTs around their songs and albums, and it allows their fans to buy those tokens and receive some share of their royalty that they receive from different DSPs. So I was hired there as a blockchain developer, and I worked with them for an year. So the major challenges that I faced there was like, yeah, it was my first time in a startup, and it was a US based startup. So we had like completely opposite time differences. So in that case, yeah, I did face some challenges because yeah, it was hard to schedule meetings with fellow colleagues and yeah, the founder itself. But like, because that's where I started my journey on working with startups, and this is the best thing that I liked about it, because like when you're working with a small team, definitely like you won't expect the product to be like, at a very high level in the market because it just started. But you get to know the whole team, you get to know the founder, you get to know the people at each and every level, and you all just come together on a call daily and you just talk about stuff. And like, yeah, I mean, startups are really fun, they're really really fun. Like we just you used to chat about other things as well, like other than work, what's going in our lives. And so yeah, it was a really great opportunity for me to work with those guys. And that's how I actually got interested more into NFTs. And yeah, it's got me like, yeah, researching more about it and working on them a lot as a developer.
Right. Now that's exciting. And so, in my own circle of friends or colleagues at times who are still naive to NFTs, or there was a bit of a negative air about NFTs in the
Yeah.
industry, that they have no use case, they're just a scam. So, would, from your own experience of working with token music and seeing that impact that the artist, the impact that the token music was creating for the artist. So, what would you say? What kind of a change you have seen happening for the artists? Yeah.
Honestly, I
Hmm.
do agree with both sides because I myself have I used to do freelancing by the side when I worked full time. So I have myself worked with some Rockpool projects where it's actually just a scam that they just create some images, they just mint it as NFTs, and they ask you just to mint and just run away with the money. So that also happened a lot, and that actually created the mindset that user perceives NFTs as scam. But like if you look at the real use case of an NFT, and I'm not expecting anyone to look at from a technical side, but even if we take a look at it from a financial side, so the greatest impact that I've seen for NFTs is, first of all, the artists, like whoever they would be, either like digital art creators or traditional art creators, or you can say painters and music creators. Like there are many startups that were actually competitors of token music, like Audius is one of the famous ones. And honestly, they have helped creators a lot because create like artists are like more of aesthetic beings. And the like for them to make a good income is really hard. Actually was really hard before NFTs. But yeah, I've seen many artists like going into the space. Even one of my friends is also really incredible artist. And I'm just helping her to get into this NFT space as well.
Hmm.
I would say that NFT space is a bit controversial, and that's because of because of such projects that actually don't make any sense. Because
Right.
initially it was like everything, they were just randomly minting any image or something like that. So yeah, it did create a bit of chaos. But now people have started to understand that to sell NFTs to some users, because now they are thinking of it as a technology, they are thinking of it as a use case. So now they're willing to put utilities in those NFTs. And it's actually it can create a really great impact on financial side as well, because these tokens allows you to partially invest in some asset. Because not every time you can buy a whole asset. Like if there's a house that I want to buy, but yeah, it's like it's of crores or like millions. So I don't have that much money, but I want to like invest in that house. So like you can tokenize that asset, and you can just buy some fractional tokens of that. So this fractional investment has also been a very good use case for these NFTs and stuff. So yeah, definitely, like I I can understand like why people have such a perception about NFTs. But yeah, it does it's worth to look at the big picture.
Yeah, certainly. I loved your thoughts, and thanks for sharing that examples with examples as well. So with the blockchain, right? So you were a blockchain developer. So with the blockchain, right? So you are a blockchain developer, and blockchain needs the development language, Solidity.
Yeah.
So how did you get yourself up to speed with that? What were the challenges to when you were learning Solidity? So yeah,
So
how did it go?
for sure,
Mm. Mm.
honestly, like from the start, only I gained my expertise in EVM based blockchains, and I usually just coded in Solidity, and it is a really easy language to learn for beginners. I mean, even if you're starting your journey in programming, so you can start with Solidity easily, because it's like it's really easy to understand. It's very user friendly as compared to the languages. So
Okay.
I started with that. And like there are many courses out there. The like one of my favorites is Crypto Zombies. So yeah, it has a really great way of teaching Solidity, and you can just go through the tutorials. It actually lets you develop a game, and the zombie game, so it's fun to use, and
Okay.
it's quite engaging. And meanwhile, you can just create some side projects with YouTube tutorials. There are many hands-on tutorials on YouTube available. So yeah, that helped me like just speed my journey into Solidity. And yeah, it was just fun learning it.
Lovely. So interesting. And yeah, so after Token Music, how long did you spend with the organization, and what was your next step towards progressing into this space?
So with Token Music, I worked for a year. So it was like around it ended in June 2022. And meanwhile, I was also working as a freelancer for some startups, like for 2 3 months. And then I started working with Calyptus, which is an edtech platform for senior engineers. So, like, their main focus was to educate engineers who have already like 4+ years of experience in the tech space.
Okay.
So
And is
yeah,
it
I
when you
mean,
say tech space, you say Web 2 space?
yeah,
Yeah.
web
Okay.
to space.
Hmm.
So like it was a like it's actually, according to statistics, there is a great demand for senior engineers rather than freshers. So and yeah, like, senior engineers, because they have already, like, spent 4 years in some space, so it's hard to just convince them. So they need a push to transition into some other space to check out that. And yeah, there are a lot of opportunities for them out there. So, like, yeah, there were our main goal was to push them and educate them in the easiest possible way about blockchain. And we partnered with some hiring partners as well, with good blockchain startups. And yeah, we just trained them to crack their interviews and land their first job in Web3.
Very nice.
And
Was that recruitment happening within India, or there were other the countries as well involved? It was like a global pool of candidates.
yeah, it was actually a global pool, and it was mainly the countries for UK, US, and India.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, they have a good community. As I can see right now, I'm still in touch with the founders. And yeah, it has been. I guess I worked with them around for 5 or 6 months, and yeah, it was just, I made great bonds there.
Very
And
nice.
it was like, yeah, really fun working with them.
Right. And also, Calyptus is doing such a fantastic work because I was having conversations with some of my colleagues in this space, and the biggest challenge in recruiting the candidates that they want to transition from Web 2 to Web 3, the biggest challenge is that their skill set in Web 2 is not entertained in Web 3 space, layer 1, layer 2. It's so hard for them to transition. So, this is a struggle a lot of people are facing. And we need more and more projects like Calyptus who can help and shape that career
Definitely.
for people who are so passionate about and thrilled about in putting their mark or to make their mark in Web3 space. That was another exciting experience. Cool.
Yeah.
So tell us more about your other internships or the other projects that you were working on in parallel.
Sure. So
It's a lot of diverse experience. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, I had this bug in me that I wanted to work on multiple projects.
That's
But
fantastic. Yeah, if you
and
can do it, if you can use your time
yeah,
in a right way, I think there are several opportunities to look out there for your own
definitely,
development. Certainly. Yeah. Tell us
definitely.
more. Yeah.
So yeah, like parallel with Calyptus, I was working with a DAO that was Nifty Dreams DAO. And it was basically focused on helping artists from different small towns all over the world. And it was also a US based startup, and I worked with them, I guess, for 8 9 months, I suppose. And it was there I was the technology lead in the startup. And yeah, it was really fun working with the founder. And there I it was like that startup actually taught me how to do things like in one day. It was
Right.
all like that. And like, we had launch dates very frequently. And like, the founder was really, I mean, he still is, he's really creative. And he just came up with really cool ideas. And yeah, we just had to ship it in very few number of days. So it really
Yeah.
taught me how to work
Yeah.
in really short time.
Right.
And it was fun, actually, like, just working
Yeah.
with, yeah,
And Shruti, the name of this DAO is NFT Dreams DAO.
yeah.
Okay, and tell us a bit about the use case for NFT Dreams DAO. And I do see that here in this project, you have received a lot of product management experience as well, from
Yeah.
initiation to releasing, and they were quick releases to the market of different features or enhancements that you must be working on. So yeah, give us a bit of context on NFT Dreams DAO.
So the DAO was basically for the artists. And it was about, like, pushing artists from small towns who don't know about
All right.
NFTs,
Uh-huh,
and
okay. Which you
yeah.
already covered it or before. Oh, okay. Right, right. So you already covered that.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
it was basically
all
to
right.
educate them more,
Yeah.
and like exhibiting their arts in different
Yeah.
different exhibitions, and
Right.
bringing them to projects. So like we used to partner with different different companies that would like, for example, a sneaker company that would put an NFT art over the sneakers, and then some royalties of those sales would go back to the artist. So it was like a really creative model that I got to work with. And yeah, definitely, if I would get a chance, I would cross my paths with them in future.
Interesting. And yeah, so I'm thinking that so with NFT doing style, it was a very fast-paced environment, and you
Yeah.
were working on several different components at the same time. So were there so as you already had some experience working in the similar niche, were there new learnings that came out? What would you say were the new learnings or skill set that you incorporated in your experience from working?
There were actually like significant learnings for me, because from the start I've always been a backend developer, and I've like strictly worked on like typical code base and like just creating APIs and databases and stuff. But in the startup, because yeah, like the whole product was under us, and there was one senior guy who was helping me, and yeah, he was also really cool. He has good humor. So yeah, it was fun working with him too. And it was for me, like I got a lot of front end tasks in that startup, and I was actually scared of front end because yeah, I was really bad at like designing UIs and stuff, and implementing those. So but yeah, like that gave me a lot of confidence in that space as well. So
Right.
like yeah, I mean, I won't say I'm an expert in UI now, but yeah, like I
For
could work
sure.
on it if I had to.
Very nice. So can we say that even blockchain has full stack developers?
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. There
Okay.
is a lot
Mhm.
of opportunities for full stack developers out there. A lot,
Right.
yeah.
Interesting. So wow. So let's move on to your next excursion.
Okay.
So,
So
yeah.
after Calyptus,
Mhm.
like actually, meanwhile, I was also like just it was just for my personal growth. It wasn't my job or something. So I was streaming on Creator.club, and it's a streaming platform that allows various creators for with different topics. It doesn't have to be strictly Web3, but like other topics like design or front end, or like any topic that you think you are good at. So you can just come and stream, and like it would be a live one, and people can join in and they can ask questions. So it was like that. So just like YouTube Live has it. So it was a really fun platform. They partnered with Learn and Earn tokens. So they had this model that if you join some creator stream, so you would earn some Learn and Earn tokens, which you can later use to either have one-on-one chat with the creator, or you can have your profile reviewed by that creator. So it had that utility. So yeah, it was really it got me a really good audience of my own, and I made great connections over there. It was a really fun part of getting myself out there, and yeah, like the stage fear that was remaining, it just vanished. And yeah, it actually got me a really good confidence of speaking in front of camera, and yeah, build my audience, and yeah, just
So,
it was
so
great
do you,
experience.
interesting. And so do you still contribute to creators platform?
Not right now. It
Mhm.
was like I think it was last year for I guess 2 3 months. But yeah, after that I quit for some time because yeah, like yeah, I need some space. So
Yeah.
but yeah, if I had to do it again, I'll be soon planning to again jump on it.
Nice. Okay, and tell us about the neon EVM. So
For
yeah,
sure.
that's the latest experience that I see in your from your LinkedIn.
Yes, so Neon EVM is my current gig, and it's an incredible product that is a solution for Solidity developers who want to scale their Ethereum dApps on Solana. So Ethereum is a EVM based chain, and like you can code on Solidity over there, and there are a lot of EVM based chains that dApps have adopted as a multi-chain platforms. But when they think of like going towards Solana, because like Solana is a really incredible blockchain that offers like high TPS and great scalability and
Right.
great infrastructure.
Yeah.
But because of the language difference and EVM compatibility, they have to convert their whole code into a language that Solana uses, that is Rust. And yeah, definitely, I would agree that it's a tedious task. So Neon EVM is basically EVM that is built over Solana, and we are offering a proxy that Solidity developers can use, which is EVM based, and they can directly deploy their Solidity code over Solana without even changing a single line of code.
Fantastic.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
that
I
means
mean,
great
I when
to.
I
Yeah.
yeah, when
Yeah.
I heard about the product, I immediately, like, I was like, wow, this is incredible, because I also wanted to build on Solana for a long time, and I tried learning Rust. But I mean, Rust is a really good language, like coming to security point of view or anything. And some frameworks like Anchor has also made it quite easier to like jump onto Rust now. But yeah, it was like a Java for me in Web 2. So yeah, I couldn't I couldn't pursue that. So yeah, when I came across this product, and I was like, wow, yay, I can now build on Solana. So I started with them in December 2022, and yeah, I left Calyptus, and then I got to work with Neon EVM. So there currently I'm working as like in two roles. One is integrations engineer, and the other one is DevRel. So the first one is a technical role where I help with technical integrations with DApps that want to build with us, and they want to go live with us. And for as a DevRel, I create tutorials for Neon EVM. I go to events, and yeah, like just chilling on EVM everywhere I go.
Very nice. And I
So
was looking at their project directly from your LinkedIn profile, and I see
yeah,
there is a good amount of funding that they have received and the support they have received from the
definitely.
investors. And this is a very interesting project, and I would like to talk more with you about the deeper infrastructure of it, the layer two, layer one solutions. I think that's another conversation I would love to have in another episodes, or
For sure.
yeah, because I think it will go more deeper. Probably.
Definitely. I
Yeah,
would
layers
love
and
to.
layer twos.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm learning from you. This neon EVM and interoperability of, with Solana is something really interesting, and I am learning right now, and I'm kind of getting to read as much as
Yeah.
I can and get more comfortable with layer two solutions. But my journey started with cryptocurrencies. I initially started with investments, and then gradually I got into finding out about, oh, blockchain, that's the technology, and so many other benefits and advantages that comes out of decentralization. So yes, I'm still in the early stages, and the young folks like you are facilitating me to learn as well. Yes, that's cool. So what else would you like to share about neon EVM? Something that you would like to talk yeah
Sure. So in Neon EVM, first of all, yeah, I there's a really great team that I'm
yeah.
working with, and I mean, yeah, I love my colleagues, I love my seniors.
Oh, that's
So
lovely.
yeah, it's been really interesting to work with them.
Yeah.
And yeah, there are still some job openings that are currently in Neon. So if someone wants to apply there, please go to neonlabs.org website and apply. And for the founders out there, we have launched our early builders program that is allowing many startups some grants. And you can just come, you can build with us, and I'll be there to technical support you.
Nice.
So yeah, like these are the two things that I wanted to share about Neon. And yeah, I'm just like it's a really great startup to work with, and
Right.
yeah, I'm enjoying.
Shruti, so this is an interesting project, and as an integration engineer, there is always new things to learn,
Yeah.
right? New things to learn in these languages and the platform every day. There is something new coming in. There are always competitors, new startups coming in. So, what is your mantra to keep yourself up to speed with, or if you're stuck in or there is a gap somewhere, how do you seek help, or who do you reach out to? And yeah, just.
So
Yeah. So,
yeah, definitely like working as an integrations engineer, it's like working with multiple startups at one time,
yeah.
and it's actually a plus point for me because it helps me, reach out to some projects that I would individually may not be able to. Because if I'm working with Neon EVMs and they wanna, like integrate with us, so I'll be there to support them. I'll be able to chat with them and basically grow my own network with them. So yeah, it helps me a lot to like build connections like that. And definitely I get stuck with some integrations project. Like yeah, currently I'm stuck with one now. But yeah, I just as I said, fun colleagues. So
Yeah.
like yeah, we sit together, we solve problems, and yeah, we take breaks, and but yeah, like whole of the team is quite supportive,
Right.
and it's yeah, it's just never too late to integrate anything. So yeah,
Definitely.
we
And
just go
this
along.
whole, yeah, and this whole system is a community-based system where everybody is supporting each
Yeah.
other and they're learning development and growth. And where is your team based? Are they in the States or
So currently they're based in Portugal.
Oh,
So some
okay.
of the employees are there. Otherwise, yeah, many most of them are working remotely.
Okay, nice. Great. Shruti, interesting. So that's a beautiful journey of building your experience, the confidence and the expertise in the tech, and the path going ahead is a lot clearer. That okay, this is a shell I want to be in.
Yeah.
This is a shell I want to develop myself in, and a lot of foundation has been already laid. Cool. Okay, so we go to now the startup. I think the other day we were talking about, so you have mentioned the Web3 startup culture in India. So
Yeah.
what do you see, what's happening in India in this space?
So, like in India, it's happening like really crazy, and
Crazy, right?
like definitely. I mean, I see like you say, I am young, but I see like 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds like creating so great products. I mean, and like yeah, like at this point of age, like because you don't have much knowledge about compliance, how a company works. But yeah, like I mean, they're doing things, and I'm starstruck. I mean, dude, you were just 18. I
Yeah,
mean, go
I
enjoy
am
it. But I mean,
surprised.
they're
Yeah,
so focused, and like
yeah,
yeah, I so like I admire them a lot.
yeah,
And like yeah, now there are so many startups emerging in India because we have always been like a bit of backwards in terms of startups because even like we're scared about startups because yeah, it's a risky one. But like in Web3 space now there are so like tons of startups coming out. I mean, even at the product phase, but it's a great learning experience for yourself. And if at such a young age you get into a startup, you just work for something that you care about, and you like you put your whole time into it, you'll be so focused at such a tender age. It really like brings a person that is mature and like yeah, ability to learn and grow at their own pace. So it was really incredible to see the startup culture that was like emerging so rapidly. And I mean, now every like connection from my India on LinkedIn or Twitter, and and every profile I just see founder of this, and I'm like, oh my god, what am I doing?
yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah,
Good.
like it was really like incredible to see
It
this.
is. It is indeed. And when we were talking, I told you that when I was 10 years ago, when I was in your age, you're 21,
Yeah.
yeah, and when I was your age, I was still figuring out what I really want to do with my life. And coding and development was almost imposed on me, and I didn't knew what future is gonna bring for me. But now I see it, as you just explained the example of youth in India, that they have such a clarity in their mind that where they want to go, and
Yeah.
Web3 blockchain is just picking up. It's just a tiny bit has happened, but there is a whole globe, like, to accomplish. So there
Definitely.
are still budding, and there is so much of opportunity, and this is a time Indian youths have to take that opportunity and get into the space. And this morning, I came across a post on LinkedIn that there is a metaverse conference happening in
Yeah.
Bangalore. So, do you go to conferences, or what is the pattern of conferences in this space in India for now? Like, yeah, do you come across conferences when you go?
Sure.
Hmm.
So like if I talk about Bangalore, it's like every day there is a conference, every day there is a meetup,
Okay.
every day there is an event. So if you're in Bangalore, you would never get bored. You would never feel like, not nothing is happening because every day there is a Web3 event there.
Yeah.
And even in Delhi, like nearby my town, Ghaziabad. So like every day there are some events, and I just
Interesting.
every week I just get a whole calendar of events that are going to be
Interesting.
happening this week, and it's
Oh,
really incredible. I
yeah.
myself haven't like lately I haven't been to much events, but yeah, I'm dying to go to a good one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like there are it's actually like people say that Ghaziabad is in Delhi, but it's not. I mean, it's 1.5 hour away.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, like I am not able to attend every meetup, but yeah, I try
Yeah.
to go to the ones that I can.
Okay.
So
And where you
yeah,
get the
there.
most value and
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Hmm.
Mostly there is a brunch or a breakfast or lunch or evening snacks. So it's like that, and
Okay.
you just
Right.
go to the event, you just connect with people, you have a chit chat, and I mean,
Right.
it's a really great way of networking. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
And
and
even the virtual space cannot overtake that, literally. When you,
definitely,
yeah, you meet a person individually, that's a bonding, that emotional EQ that you form with each other. The rapport
exactly.
is altogether on a beyond on a different space, or a different trajectory altogether. Yeah,
Definitely,
yeah.
definitely. And I
And
mean, yeah, it's about like it's mostly on weekends, so you get to, take some time off and just go to Delhi or go to Bangalore or anywhere. Now it's all over the India, like all over India events are happening. So you can just wherever you are, just just go for a 1 hour drive or something like that, and you would just spend some 2 3 hours with some people,
yeah,
connect with new
right.
individuals, and it's a great opportunity to learn as well.
True. Absolutely. And also when you meet people, when you build that connection, you never know when an interesting
Yeah,
opportunity can arise from you through that connection. So it's always connected. So I still feel that the world is connected. We all are connected. Universe is connected.
definitely.
So we get opportunities through each other. We are always supporting, helping, or taking people with us in different ways,
Yeah.
to yeah to okay, cool. So one thing I want to touch upon is on women in technology. You are so young, 21-year old, and do you see that there are many girls? You are so young, 21-year old, and do you see that there are many girls pursuing the blockchain path, or is there a big gap that's existing? Hmm.
So I actually have seen a lot of women who are getting into this space, and like there are a lot of communities as well that are helping specifically women to get into the space. So like it's actually been very much progress of women being in tech than it was before Web3. It definitely, I mean, I'm not saying that it directly impacts someone, but it has given an option of indirectly like coming to events, because in Web2 I didn't hear much about events. Like there was like one or two conferences a month or a year or something like that. But with Web3 it's just like events every day. So even like you come from college, you can just go to an event or something like that. And for women it has definitely like opened doors for a lot of community events, for a lot of collaboration. And one thing that I've noticed that I mean, I noticed it with myself as well. So usually when you go to a conference or an event, like boys are really good at approaching other person. They
Right.
approach, they ask questions, they tangle their curiosity themselves. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, I haven't seen women do that much. And even I was, I also hesitated at first to like reach out to a person and ask her about their project and stuff. So I thought that this thing has to be changed, and we need to change, and nobody can help us with that.
Yeah.
So because if I am curious about something, it should be me who should go up to them and ask them questions, and just like get my answers that I
Yeah.
want. So because that would only help me grow my network and like yeah, get an opportunity if there is. So this thing I've noticed in many women out there, and yeah, I mean, Web3 can only open doors for you to go into an event or create communities where you can participate and grow with them. But this is a thing of a personal growth that you have to do on your own. So yeah, like I try to improve this thing in myself as well, to
Right.
go to people and explore, they like ask them questions and
Yeah.
learn about their project, that what they're building. So
Right.
yeah.
Interesting, Shruti. That's very important. Now, I also
Yeah.
want to, while we're talking about it, I want to mention two things. One is imposter syndrome. Everybody in the we talk about it in the West a lot, to overcome your imposter syndrome, that you are
Yeah.
not good enough. I cannot do it. I'm not enough. So that kind of takes women behind, or so we have to really acknowledge that or no, when that trick kicks in, we have to really acknowledge it at that point in time, and kill that feeling, kill that imposter syndrome. And the second thing is amplifying your voice. It's so important. I was in the Grace Hopper conference. It's one of the biggest women in tech conference, and that's when I learned this word, that you all have capabilities, you all have immense potential, power inside of you, mainly women, but you have to talk about it. You really have to be
Exactly.
vocal about it, because people who know you wouldn't know about all those skills of yours. So if you know something, you have to be abrupt about it, that hey, I know this, I have done this, so I'm capable of it. So I think we have to kill imposter syndrome. I work on that. I do work on that, and I am very vocal. If there is a person in leadership, and I find myself, I'm currently still progressing, I'm still not that, we get the idea, but that notion in our head, that how can I go and talk to a CTO, how can I go and talk to a CEO? But I think it's, again, they are people, they are human beings like us, so, and they have more knowledge that they can guide us. So I think from that belief, we should not hesitate to go and reach out to the
Definitely.
person. Yeah, you can get help. You will, if you reach out to that person, you can get help. It's, wow, it's great that that person knows you. But if no, you tried, you have
Yeah.
overcome that one step of, that you're not good enough. You have overcome that imposter. You have taken that first step
Right.
to
And
yeah.
for this, like startups has also
Mhm.
helped with this a lot, because like
Okay.
yeah, as I mentioned, it was like at first it's a small team, and you're
Mm.
actually the part of the core team, and you get the confidence of directly chatting with the person who is on a senior level from you.
Right.
And with this, you get the confidence to, like reach out to more people who are senior, maybe in knowledge or in age or
Yeah.
anything that you can feel
Yeah.
intimidated about. But
Yeah.
yeah, it gives you a lot of confidence to reach out to them,
Right.
because you know now how to speak to your CEO, how to speak to
Yeah.
your CTO.
Yeah.
And you said, yeah, they're people, and they're actually fun to talk to, because
Yeah.
they're interesting people. They have built this
Exactly.
product, and you are the one who is making it happen. So
Exactly. So again, it comes to community based. Now,
yep.
10 years ago, there might be a vertical system that you have to go from ladder to ladder to talk to a CEO. But now it's a more horizontal system. So your directors, your
Correct.
leadership, your founders are easily accessible, and they love to hear your voice. If you have an idea, go ahead and share it. So everybody is just so easy to talk to, and
Yeah.
everyone is contributing to each other, in that, yeah, zone. Perfect. Cool. So there was another interesting point that we discussed. Now, so what's up next for you? So currently you are working with a Neon EVM. What the future plans for Shruti looks like? The near future, because we are always exploring, we are always learning new things, we are discovering ourselves. So,
Sure. So in Neon Labs, I would yeah, definitely would like to stick with them, and just grow my role over there, and come up higher in the ladder. And yeah, we are soon planning to go live on mainnet. So I would aspire to bring a lot more projects, and yeah, like support them as much as I can. And yeah, and after that, I would like to catch up with my studies again. So I
okay.
am actually thinking of yeah, pursuing my higher studies in fintech industry. So yeah, let's see where it goes.
That's great. And it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be great when you have that vision, you have the strategy. it's all going to be work. It will work out so smoothly. All right. So now I also wanted to say is that to the women or people who are the youth who are listening to us, that reach out to Shruti. Questions you guys might have in regards to how to get into blockchain, the questions in regards to NFTs, Web3. If you're curious about any aspect of this future of tech, reach out to Shruti. I think, Shruti, you'll be happy to guide people
For sure.
on the right direction. And I see that you have your Calendly as well, so people can book
Yeah,
15 to 30 minutes time in Shruti's diary, and she'll be happy to guide you in your journey into blockchain. And Shruti, other interesting thing is that because you have accomplished so much in this space, I think you should also think about starting your own meetups. Probably because meetups is a big thing in Ireland, and meetups
yeah.
are big in UK and in the West. So I think you should also be running meetups there where you can, contribute and build your own community. And there is a lot that can be done by the,
Definitely.
yeah,
Yeah.
by
I mean,
the,
I have gone to some meetups as a speaker, and it's really fun to give a keynote and connect with other
yeah,
people and share my thoughts about like what I think about the space and where am I. And like, yeah, about conducting my own, I am soon, like, yeah, I'm thinking about conducting it with Neon EVM itself. So yeah, like I think it would be actually helpful for me as a developer to conduct meetups in India, definitely, and yeah, like expose myself around the world as well.
right. And also for women who are also young girls who are listening to our conversation. So if you feel that you have imposter syndrome, or if you feel that you have that hesitation to go and ask a question, Shruti is there for you. I do see in you a woman in leadership. And I do see that strong figure in you, that you can help other women and girls around you to accomplish their goals, career goals, and you can counsel them as well. So reach out to Shruti. She will be there as a role model to help you with any questions or queries you might have, and help you
For
grow and
sure.
develop. It's great. Shruti, this was a fantastic conversation. And have we wrapped up everything?
Yeah, like finally, like first
Yeah.
of all, thanks a lot for having me, and
It was a wonderful
I'm
conversation.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm glad that I met someone from my town
Yeah.
who is interested in blockchain. So
Yeah.
yeah,
This is incredible.
yeah.
Yeah, we gotta meet next time for sure.
Definitely. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was actually a fun conversation for myself as well,
Yeah.
and like talking about these things and like putting my thoughts out there.
Yeah.
And my last message would be like just for people who are starting in Web3 and they want to grow. So I would recommend using like tools like LinkedIn and Twitter a lot, and like it doesn't have to be like you have to get addicted to them, but like while learning it helps a lot that you post your updates, what you're learning about, and just like putting a little thread or putting a little post on LinkedIn about what you're learning currently, what you like conclude from the things that you've researched about. So it actually helps a lot to grow your network and reach out to people. They sometimes may reply or they may not, but yeah, it's worth reaching out to them, clear your purpose. And yeah, I mean, definitely it's not a problem if no one is clear, because still, I mean, even getting into Web3 space, there's a lot to explore. So
Exactly.
you could
Yeah.
be unclear for a while, and that's completely okay. Just yeah, don't give up, and like if you believe in something, yeah, you should pursue that.
Absolutely. If you believe in something, take the step towards that. At least the first step, because it's going to lead to a certain kind of a learning that will help you discover and unfold another path. I think this is how it
Definitely.
worked out for me. Yeah, always curious, just like you, always exploring and inquisitive about things. Now, one more thing I want you to say is that, Shruti, you are writing content as well. You have your medium where you post your content. So folks, go and check out, connect with Shruti on LinkedIn and check out her medium. She's producing really interesting content on the basics of blockchain and the basics of
Yeah.
yeah, tokenization and the consensus algorithms. Probably I read for you, I
Yeah.
skimmed through your page, so that will be super helpful for people to look at as well, and to ask any questions they might have. Right. So I think we can wrap it up here. Shruti, all the very best for all the excursions in this space and everything that you're doing. And we see a brilliant blockchain developer and a woman in leadership in you, really.
Thank
and
you.
and everyone as a part of this conversation, I think all the young, it's mainly focused on the younger generation who should hear your story, who should hear about all your accomplishments so far, and with your own passion, curiosity, and enthusiasm as well, because it was not by force, it was by curiosity and enthusiasm that you decided to take this journey. They have to hear your story on all the great work that you have done so far, and from starting 2019 to till now. Yeah. So this conversation will be very, very helpful for younger folks. Right. And yeah, for everyone who is listening to us. Cool. So I think on this, we can wrap it up.
Definitely. Yeah.
Great. And we will be in touch. Take care.
For sure.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.